in the United States. And as the jet stream starts to push its way a little bit further northwards, it looks like weather systems will start to track further and further north. So as we go into next week, it's the north and west of the UK most likely to see the wet weather at times. It stays breezy, a bit dry further south.
Tonight at 10, the pressure on hospitals with COVID admissions on the rise and difficult choices for the NHS. We get access to a busy hospital in Newcastle where doctors say they have learned valuable lessons, but the virus is still a major threat.
COVID continues to make people critically ill, it continues to make people's organs fail, it continues to cause death.
And while the pressure intensifies, hospitals do seem to be managing to juggle their demands more effectively.
Doctors now know so much more about COVID and how best to treat the disease, and that means many more patients are surviving intensive care.
We'll have the latest as parts of Nottinghamshire and Warrington become the latest to prepare to enter Tier 3. That's the highest alert level in England. Also tonight, following the high-profile campaign to extend free school meals in England, the Prime Minister is still resisting calls to rethink his approach.
We don't want to see children going hungry this winter, this Christmas, certainly not as a result of any inattention by this government, and you're not going to see that.
Tracking the Trump wall, a report from Arizona on the place of immigration in the US presidential campaign. Why patches of hidden water could boost plans to build a permanent base on the moon. And we talk to the iconic British fashion designer, Sir Paul Smith, who's celebrating the 50th anniversary of his clothing label. Good evening. Parts of England are facing tougher new COVID restrictions. The city of Nottingham and some other parts of Nottinghamshire are moving into Tier 3, the highest level of COVID measures in England. The decision